How do you find the will to fight back against a world that wants to keep you sedated, average, and stuck in place? Join us for the tools and strategies you need to create a life of abundance, discipline, and high achievement. This is the Tactical Empire with Jeff Smith.
Welcome to another episode of the Tactical Empire. Guys, we're here today to do a special new episode, and it's just me. I'm excited about starting this kind of segment that we're going to be doing. When I started the Tactical Empire podcast, I really didn't know what I wanted to do outside of encouraging men to build their empire and women. To figure out how to reverse engineer the lives that they desired and what they wanted, and effectively become leaders in their community and in their homes, raising good families, being good parents, building big businesses and big stuff. And that's really what I wanted to do. So I wanted to expose people through interviews to a lot of my friends that are entrepreneurs and investors and different things that they're involved in. But I also wanted to bring a teaching aspect to things, because that's what I do. I run coaching groups, and I've ran businesses for over a decade now. And so I wanted to bring in more of a teaching aspect of how you could, so that I could make an impact in your lives with maybe tips and tricks or operating systems that I use in my life, different things like that with regards to consistency and discipline. So we're going to do some segments there. I'm going to try to produce one a week that will be just me giving you tips on things you can implement in your own life, and obviously fucking take them or leave them. And hopefully they'll help you guys and give you a sense of understanding as to how you can build kind of your lifestyle by design. Because I think one thing that we've done a really good job of over the last few years, after going through some tough times personally, with regards to our professional life, personal life, and relationships, things like that, we really just kind of gave into the fact that our lives needed to be fully integrated when it comes to business and our personal life, raising our kids, things like that. So our businesses have to complement what we're doing. We've got to work around our kids. We also homeschool our kids. My wife's got her own business as well, fitness and nutrition and mindset and things like that. She runs a coaching group for women specifically. And so, we're busy. We RV constantly, travel around. We have our own speaking engagements, things like that. So we're running a busy life. So in order to make it all work together and prioritize being the father that I want to be and the husband I want to be and all of that, we really had to just work in to integrating it all together and give in to that fact. And one of the biggest things that I had to give up was more of the spontaneity of things, as far as I couldn't just be reactionary with what I was doing. So I had to really dial in my systems and processes for how I kind of operate my day. And so we can talk about those in the future. But ultimately, the very first thing that you need to do on your path to developing your ultimate life that you're looking to lead is you've really got to lay out the vision for things. Like when I coach the people in my masterminds, the clients that I work with, the biggest thing that I ask them is like, what do they want? And establishing what they want, where they see themselves. I've got a program called the 100 Days of Focus that I throw people into, because it's just a free program. If you want it, just DM me or shoot me a message. I can get you signed up for it and you can work through the modules. But the purpose of it is really to kind of establish what you're looking to do and like where you see yourself going in the next let's say 3 years. Because what I started doing a few years ago was working through my vision for my life in 1,000 day blocks. And so what I've done is I allowed myself to do vision casting for 1,000 days out. Where are we going to be in 3 years, roughly? But 1,000 days from now, set the date, target date, stake it in the ground. Like my next one will be May 26th, 2023. That's when my next 1,000 days will be over. And then what I do is I block them into 100-day stacks. And so you've got 10 stacks throughout your 1,000 days where you're moving your life forward. And since I've done that and established that, it's literally changed my entire life. We've been able to get control of most aspects of our life. I mean, it's still chaos. We have 4 kids that are under 9 years old. So it is what it is. But we've been able to produce a lot of the results we were looking for. As far as our real estate investing, we own over 40 properties, 40 rental properties personally now. We're lead investors on another 27 units. So we're involved in about almost 70 properties, 70 rentals at this point. We have multiple coaching groups that we run. We just sold our gym that we owned and operated for 11 years. We started it in 2011 and just got rid of it a couple of weeks ago. So that's been a huge weight lifted off my shoulders personally, because at this point it was really just holding me back from pursuing the other things I wanted to do, which were building coaching groups and impacting others' lives in a positive way, and also building a real estate portfolio. So I say all that to say, the very first thing that you can do personally is spend time, whether that's alone, out in the woods, wherever you're inspired to think about your life and dream, and sit down and write out where your vision would take you 3 years from now, 1,000 days from now. Where will you be? What will your life look like? What's your family life like? What's your money like? What's your bank account like? Fitness, body, nutrition, health, all of it. All of it. What's your relationship like with your spouse or significant other? And get granular on it until you can feel it. And then you'll know you have something, because that's truly what you're working towards. And you need to get down layers deep on why it's important to you as well. Because otherwise, if it's just surface level, like I want to buy some car or something material, it's not going to sustain you through the full 1,000 days. There's no way, right? Because once we break it down, then we're like, this is where we're going. Okay. What are the steps that we can take in that direction now? What is the most meaningful thing we can do to step in that direction of where we're going? Whatever it is, make $1 million a year, like make 10 million a year, have certain items, buy this house, buy this RV, fly private everywhere, own a jet. I don't know what your stuff is. But wherever your vision takes you is where you want to be real crystal clear on where you're going. Okay. Because people don't ever take the time to do that, because that we live in this reactionary mode of inputs and technology. And so we don't ever really figure out what we truly want and what we want to be doing with our days and our time, and what's going to be the most impactful thing they want to do. Like, okay, I want to make enough money to use that money as a tool and an outlet to build a nonprofit for X, Y, and Z, right? Like, innately, we're called to do more than we generally are. But most people don't spend the time to decipher what they're called to do. I mean, I'm still working on it, quite frankly. I don't know what my true purpose is. I just know where I want to be 1,000 days from now with regards to my family, my fitness, my relationships, and my finances, all of that stuff. And if you have a few minutes today, I mean, the longer you can take on this exercise, the better. I mean, it doesn't take forever, but if you've got a couple hours to spend some time in silence and think to yourself what it would look like, and just have a steno pad or a notebook piece of paper, just start writing. If you really just start writing, I got a different exercise from a mentor of mine, Chris Whitehead, who said to sit down and start writing on a piece of notebook paper everything you want in life. And you're going to start with materialistic things, and it won't take very long till you get through all the materialistic things that you desire in life, and you'll kind of run out of those things. Then you get to higher purpose things. So that's another way to try to do it if you're struggling for establishing your vision, because that'll allow you to work down to a meaningful level of what you're aspiring to do in life. And then once you get there, then you can start to kind of vision cast what you could possibly achieve. Because I think oftentimes what we do is we put things too far in the future. So like your 10-year goals really don't have any reason to be a 10-year goal unless they're just monster and massive. Most of the people that I deal with on a regular basis or talk to on a regular basis set their goals way too small, and they're way too far out in the future. Most everything you want, you can have in a very short period of time. And we set goals that are far too conservative, so they don't push us at all. So you need unrealistic goals in order to perform at much higher levels. Okay. So I hope this first episode helps. If it does, share it with somebody, tell your friends, give us a review, because those help bump us up. So I appreciate, like I said, I'm going to be posting these different coaching tips in the Tactical Empire from now on, because I want to help you guys achieve more, do more, think about building big shit, because that's what we're here to do. We've got a short amount of time to do it. So let me know if I can help you in any way. Hit me up. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to the show. Make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and share with a friend. We'll see you on the next episode of the Tactical Empire.